Hi again, it's Rosemary from St. Augustine's. If you watched last week's video about the high altar, you may have noticed a glaring omission, and that would be the two windows immediately behind the altar. The reason for this is that I found I had too much to say about them and decided they deserve their own video. So here we go. You may have heard the story of the mystery of St. Augustine's missing windows. And when the church was designed, there was a decision made to order the windows from a studio in Germany, and this was considered to be a gesture of reconciliation after the war. But in the end, there was too much protest against it. It was felt that it was actually too soon to be making that kind of gesture. So the windows never arrived. They were on their way from Germany and disappeared. And for a long time, nobody knew what happened to them. Now, a few years ago, after some research, they turned up in a church in New Zealand, of all places. So now we know where they are, and we can see how beautiful they are. But it meant that this church had a blank wall at the back. Well, not entirely blank. There was a wooden panel, decorative panel. But after all that time, 2015, you see, so a centenary of the war, since this is a war memorial church, the parish decided it was time to replace the windows as they were intended. It was too late to use the same windows and story, so these designs were ultimately chosen, and they were chosen in honor of the sacrifice of families involved in war. Families who send their loved ones off and may never see them again. Is families affected by war in war-torn regions. And at the time, this was in particular reference to the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. On the left here is Mary with Jesus in a position known as the Pieta. There's a famous statue by Michelangelo, and it's Mary embracing her son after he was brought down from the cross. Kind of, you could say, the bookend to portraits of the Madonna and Child. And on the right, we have Mary Magdalene at the front, and one of her companions behind her on their way to the tomb to anoint Jesus. You can see the figure at the back is in a somewhat downcast position, or is looking down, showing grief, where Mary Magdalene faces upwards in a position of hope. And though she may not have known it at the time, looking up to the hope of resurrection. So there you have it, two of our beautiful newer windows. They are the ones that you'll see and enjoy almost the moment you walk into the church next time. I hope you enjoyed today's video.